Goedemorgen, it's Saturday morning. I'm on VU campus, Vrije Universiteit, here for my language course. If you guys were wondering how my Dutch learning is going, it's going. I'm trying. I think that it's just difficult for me because Spanish was something that came really easy to me, and the pronunciation of Dutch is just so hard. Like, no one knows what I'm saying, so it is kind of discouraging. But, you know, like, for example, the word verpleegkundige, like, I've been working on that for a couple months now, and still my husband's like, I'm sorry, it's wrong, and no one knows what I mean when I say that word. Dutch is some other thing. I mean, so I think it's just going to require more dedication, and that's okay. So yeah, and this is my first in-person class, but I've been doing some preparation for it. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay, just got out of class. It went really well. I met all of my classmates. A lot of people from China, Pakistan, India. There was no one from US, or actually anybody, any Westerners, but all very nice people just trying to make it in this country like me. So yeah, learned a lot, and I'm gonna keep trying. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. I had a very long day with my toddler, so I just opened a bottle of wine and I'm gonna have a drink. So any stay-at-home parents out there, I just want to give a shout out to you. I honestly think it is like the most they just don't get praised enough. Like, is anybody gonna say to me, oh my god, I saw how, you know, good of a job you did today? No one's gonna say that. So I've learned you just have to be proud of yourself and give yourself recognition. So I think I did a really good job today. My kid was happy. I had a lot of patience for him. So yeah. So if you're new to my channel, I recently moved here from California. My background is I was a nurse, and I'm trying to figure out my career out here. So the topic of today's video is going to be my experience applying to higher education in the Netherlands. So the master's program that I am interested in, it's at a well-known universiteit in the area. It was related to global health, public health. Pretty much if you were to put my life goals in a educational curriculum, this would be it. Reducing health disparities, or at least highlighting them. That's like really where my passion lies in life. So on the webpage, it said that they were open to international students. It's taught in English. And it also said that nursing would be a great fit for the program. So hello, that is me. That encouraged me to apply. So I did, and pretty quickly I received a rejection letter that basically said, it is with regret to inform you that your bachelor's degree is not evaluated as equal to a Dutch academic bachelor's degree. Okay, so for any Americans watching this, or anyone unfamiliar with the Dutch educational system, pretty much they make a distinction here between two different kinds of bachelor's degrees based on the stream that you are placed in at the age of 12, I believe. In America, a bachelor's degree is a bachelor's degree. I think there's kind of a lot of misunderstanding in the public of what the profession of nursing actually is. So in the past, it was definitely a very just vocational trade, but especially in America, we've worked really, really hard to and we've come a long way to be respected in a sense that, you know, we're given a lot of autonomy in the healthcare industry because our universities place a lot of emphasis on like critical thinking skills and stuff, and the hands-on skills were definitely still take a lot of pride in that. But yeah, you can participate in research if you want. You can go into education as a nurse. There's a lot of different things you can do with that degree. So, but yeah, I got rejected. They basically said, you're not FAO, go away. And that was it. That was the email. But at the bottom of the email, it said, if you would like to appeal, you can do so. And I was like, okay, I have time today. So I basically wrote this very long letter. It was a very respectful letter, but I basically explained by denying foreign students on the basis that their bachelor's degree is not VO equivalent. I believe that Dutch universities will overlook the talent and potential of students. I believe that no international bachelor's degree will ever truly be equivalent to a VO degree. Rather, it's different. For this reason, it's not always sensible to even attempt to compare them. So anyways, I just felt like I wasn't really given a fair opportunity to portray my knowledge or preparation for the program. I definitely wasn't allowed to interview or take the entrance examination. So I just really felt like I wasn't really given a fair shot. I mean, if they had said like, look, you're just not admitted because you're not good enough, or there's so much other talent. Hold on, that's my food delivery. Okay, now look at this. My husband's at a dinner with his work colleagues, so I ordered myself some good food. So I'm gonna go to town on this and I will finish the video afterwards. Thank you guys for allowing for that intermission. One thing about me is I can put away some Italian food. I ordered 2 different pastas and, you know, with the intention of having some leftovers, but shout out to Dolce, Verona and Amstelveen. Your Italian food is different, okay? And by the way, I have a tiramisu waiting for me, so I'm not even done yet. I just need to digest while I tell the rest of this story. So yeah, they rejected me because I'm not FAO. And you know, I don't know a lot about that. I apparently it's some elite thing. They take Latin or Greek, so I did not do that. Here's the thing, I've actually had a lot of positive things to say about the Dutch educational system on my channel. And in general, I'm very reluctant to criticize anything about, you know, the systems here. It's not my place. I'm essentially a guest to my husband in this country. Even though there are a lot of Dutch people in my comments like, you know, we can tell you're holding back, like we appreciate honesty here. So, and that's nice, but for me, I just don't feel comfortable with it until I do the inburgering process and kind of learn more about the culture. Then I will be just like you guys and complain about everything. And so, but the one thing that I will say is, I think it's unfortunate anytime that titles and certificates are used as a basis of one's capabilities. There's things that, you know, can't be shown on a piece of paper. A student's potential or character, for example, you know, like, yes, I did not take Latin or Greek, but one of the best professors I had in nursing school, she asked me to go into the most dangerous area of Oakland, California, go into a patient's home and talk to them. And at first I was like, do you want me to die? You know, like, you can't go into these areas. But I'm so glad that she did, because I saw poverty, and that really, really changed my life. So there's things like that just can't be shown just on a degree, like, you know, so, and I don't think they even took the time to read my resume or like my cover letter, the work that I've done. They just were very caught up in that FAO degree that I apparently don't have. So I appealed, and they took it so seriously. Probably my favorite trait about Dutch people is their ability to negotiate, resolve conflict. They will always, always, always hear what you have to say. And I think that's great, because in America, like, you know, even on my Facebook, there were these terrible, just like, you know, fights. People, if someone would be like, I disagree with you, and the next comment would be like, like, it's just all this profanity all of a sudden. And, you know, Dutch people, they will negate the idea, but they won't come after the person. They'll just be like, this is why you're wrong, and this is why I feel that way. And yeah, it seems like they kind of like it. And conflict, I think, can actually be a good thing. So the way that they embrace that, I really appreciate. And that's something that is definitely missing in American culture. There's definitely like a culture here for rationally debating things. So the fact that they had a appeals system in place, and they immediately read my letter and took it seriously, and they said, okay, we'll let you take the entrance exam, and we'll let you interview, which is all I really wanted. I just, you know, wanted a fair chance. So anyways, I ended up doing really well on the exam, and I submitted a thesis that I had written in one of my courses. It was on ethics in healthcare during disaster triaging. So you guys know, when there's a natural disaster, like in California, an earthquake, there wouldn't be an earthquake in the Netherlands, but like a flood, like what happened in the 1950s, thousands of people died. So what are the ethics behind that? And what does society want us to do in terms of triaging these people? So basically, utilitarianism is the concept that is used, and society really wants us to do. The objective behind that is to do the greatest number of good for the most amount of people. So if you see a patient that is very clearly not going to survive, you're not going to waste your resources and energy to try and save that person. But that is actually incredibly unethical to ask us to do. So that's the paper that I submitted, and I guess they liked it. So I interviewed, and they admitted me. So I can't believe, I guess I'm going to uni in the fall. I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity, but now I'm just kind of freaking out to get everything together by September and get Jack, you know, set up in daycare, and just to have enough help for me to be able to go to uni full time. So, but yeah, I am just overall so impressed with the appeals system in the higher education. And as a matter of fact, they were like, if you still disagree, if you still feel like you are treated unfairly, you can take it to Den Haag, and they have like a higher education court there where they hear students who feel like they're being treated unfairly. And that is so cool to me. So Americans, if you don't know The Hague, it's this seaside town in the Netherlands, and historically it's been a place where in the past, like all these great leaders, they would go and they would resolve their conflicts there, and they would basically prevent war through dialogue. So that's kind of where my mind goes when I think of that city. And yeah, my friends and I were just laughing, like, you know, that would be really extreme and very Karen of you to do that. But I think it's cool that there's that opportunity. So if there's any prospective foreign students who are interested in studying here, you should know that your degree, there might be some equivalency issues with it. And for the Dutch students, what they do is a pre-masters that gets them to jump up to that FAO level. But a lot of those programs are restricted to Dutch students. So I'm seeing that there's kind of a gap there in the ability to do that if you're foreign. But from what I understand and what I'm reading in the news, there's too many international students right now that you hear. The universities are kind of overwhelmed. There's not enough housing for everyone. So I think it's like 40% of students are international. So I think they're gonna kind of start restricting the admissions, or stop recruiting for international students. But you know, they offer all these really amazing, interesting programs, and they're taught in English, which is kind of irresistible for us. So of course that is very attractive, you know, to us. But now they're overwhelmed with all these international students. So from what I understand, there's been some issues with housing, and you know, foreign students have been discriminated against. Some of the landlords will say like Dutch only, which, you know, is kind of, I mean, excuse me, if you're gonna bring these international students over here and accept them into this English taught program, there should be housing for them. So I think it's a balance. So yeah, but I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I have these like big dreams of just helping people on a larger scale. And I think this degree will allow me to do that. And by the way, you guys, everything, all the news that's coming out of the States lately, I'm so, more than ever, I'm just so grateful to be here, truly. Yeah, like, okay, so my country is just rewinding 50 years. Okay, that's not far enough. Okay, let's keep going. And it's just like, oh my God, so yeah, but I just need to make sure that my son has enough childcare. A lot of the daycares have like year-long wait lists right now. So we're working on that and just making a schedule, and because yeah, I need to be committed, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to my experience, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great week.